Hey, beautiful people.
Hey,
We're
cats.
camping.
What's happening, cats? We are camping, but look at this. Yeah, it's just like rainy. It's been raining ever since we got here last night, and sometimes just literally pouring. Now, the interesting thing about this little camp out that we're doing this week is we had some friends that were coming through town on a trip on their motorcycle, and they said, hey, are you guys going to be around? We'd like to meet up with you guys. And we said, well, we're going to be camping. And they said, well, that's perfect. Which campground are you going to be at? Because we'll meet you there. They met us here yesterday. I want you guys to meet Jordan and Courtney.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys. You guys are on the road. Where are you heading?
Well, we're going to head through upstate New York, go to the wine country up there, and then up to Portland, Maine, and kind of ride the coast up there and head on back afterwards.
Oh, that's awesome. What are you guys riding here?
It's a 2008 Ultra.
Nice. They got their tent over here. See, it's a little wet. It's been pouring down rain since they got here last night, so you guys got to pack all that wet stuff up, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Put it in some trash bags and do that. But we stayed nice and dry. It stayed dry all night long. So
Yeah.
Rainfly worked well.
They got a little marmot tent, and it was completely rainproof. So, and I mean, it poured.
yeah.
It came down last night, and it came down this morning too. So. Now you guys got a little wet this morning. I think they went out for breakfast, and
Good old Cracker Barrel.
they got a little rain shower.
A
So
little bit.
your leather jackets are a little damp, I
Little bit.
guess.
A little.
Got
but
about 300 miles today. Hopefully we made it past the storm. So
Now here's the worst part of it: the storm is moving in the same direction that they're heading. So we're just praying that they don't catch up with the rain,
Right.
because then they'll be stuck riding in it the rest of the day.
trying to stay behind it,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
at all possible.
Well, man, has it been awesome running into you guys and meeting up with you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
We appreciate meeting you guys, and pretty thrilled to be a part of your trip here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honored that you would stop to see us and spend the evening with us. We all sat inside the Hemi trailer yesterday and just kind of enjoyed the comforts
nice.
being out of the rain, so that
Yes,
was kind of nice.
Definitely, very nice.
Cooked out over the fire and had some burgers and stuff to eat, so we had a good time, and we enjoyed you guys' company too. So
Yeah, it was great
Absolutely,
meeting you
us
guys.
too, yeah.
we wish you safe travels on your trip, and hope all goes well. And we look forward to seeing you on the return trip. So you're going to come back through here on the way home?
Yep,
Absolutely,
around Monday, next Monday. Or
Next
so.
Monday? Okay, well, let us know, and swing by our place, and you can shack up there again for save yourself a hotel bill.
Yeah,
Right. Yep,
definitely.
sounds good
That's
to us.
great.
Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome.
all right, cool. Well, Jordan and Courtney have left. Unfortunately, they were chasing the storm, and it's my suspicion that they would catch up to it sooner or later. And most of the day's ride for them could be a wet one, if not just picking up road spray. I don't know. Anyway, V and I are camping for a few more days and loving life, and the campground is absolutely empty. Now, there was a pine tree here that broke off, and they cut up the wood, and although they're pretty big chunks, there was some here that was kind of split from when the tree broke off, and so we've carried some of those over, and they smoke a little bit, but they burn, free firewood. It's a really nice campground, and very peaceful and quiet. And I mean, on the weekends you're gonna have a few more people here, but on a weekday you can have the whole place, the whole campground to yourself, and it's amazing. A lot of people come here just to walk their dogs and whatnot, because it's so pretty here. It's not very big area in itself. The whole campground sits out on this peninsula was surrounded by water. This is right behind our campsite. You know, it looks like a good place to actually launch the kayak. It drops off pretty good here, and yeah, you can stick it in here and you could go kayaking around out there in the marsh, which I have before. I think you'll see it on one of my older videos. Isn't this pretty? Oh, look at this cool little camp here. You got the fire cooking.
Thanks to you.
How you doing, Mrs. Woodsman?
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. Camping and it's peaceful.
I'm just saying, this place is, and it's pretty cool when you got the whole place to yourself.
It is.
We see a few people walking by, but that's it. Just us and
We're the only ones camping.
the crow cawing up in the trees there, and a nice fire. Good morning. When I get up in the morning, and really when you're out camping like this, there's no set schedule of what time you need to get up. You can, if you're comfortable, you could just stay in bed. We got all the comforts of home in the Hemi there, and it's a nice little getaway cottage when you really see everything it has. Like I said, all the comforts of home. But after I get up, and this facility here, this campground doesn't have any water hookups, so we're running on our 55-gallon water tank that we use to flush the toilet and you know, any other water we need. But we do have bottled water too that we drink and we use, so we kind of ration our water. And that tank usually will run us just a little bit over 3 days, and that's kind of what we're doing here, a 3-dayer. But I get up in the morning, and once I get dressed, I head out to the park facility, so I don't have to use the water in there. And that's how we ration it. If you get up at night and you have to go, you use the bathroom in there, because you don't want to put your shoes on and everything and walk, you know, 500 yards to the restroom. But during the day, we'll walk to the restroom, and we save water that way. But after that's all done, Levee, my beautiful wife, she thinks about me first. She makes me a cup of coffee. She's a wonderful woman. I love her to death. I can't say enough about her. She makes me a cup of coffee in the morning, and you know how much it means to me to have a nice hot cup of coffee. She hands it out the door to me so I don't have to come back in. And I'm good to sit out here. I sit up the lawn chairs here. I get the little citronella candle burning down there just in case. But we really haven't had a lot of bugs, no mosquitoes or anything. And my first order of business is to get the campfire going, because I'm a campfire guy, and when we're camping, I'm not kidding you, this fire goes 24/7. I keep feeding it wood. I just keep throwing wood on there. And I've got the back of the truck there is loaded with firewood from home, but you know, the park has some big pine trees that they cut down, and there's big logs there, and they're green. You wouldn't think they burn, but I've been throwing them on the fire, and as long as I have a hotbed of my own wood burning there, those big pine logs burn. I bet you we burned about 6 of them yesterday, and they burned all day long. They just kept a nice, you know, comfortable fire going. It was pretty cool. So yeah, that's what camping is all about. There's no agenda, there's no schedule. That's my job for the day. I got the fire going. And we might take a walk later on or something, but hey, welcome to Camp World. And look around here. This is what we have this morning. The sun's coming up. Sun's coming through the trees. And you'll notice you don't see any other campers around. It's just us. It's walk time. Take you on a tour of the park, and you got your map my walk on.
Yeah, let's see how far we can walk. We'll do some exploring.
We'll see how much mileage we can get in just walking around, because there's no trails here to speak of. Kinda maybe, but not official trails. So, but we'll do the loop and see what happens. You come up to the end of the road here, the straightaway that we're camped on. I got a little kiddie playground there, the outhouse. And if we keep going straight, we go up to the lake. We'll take you up there and show you the lake, the reservoir. This is the lake, the Itchymoche Reservoir. We got a little boat launch here, a place where we can put in a kayak. And they got a real nice deck here, or a dock. Now this, the sign says for registered campers only, no fishing from dock and electric motors. But we have people that come out here and fish. We have people that put their boats in here, and everybody seems to use it, including the guy in the car behind me that I don't know what he's doing, but he's not a registered camper. That's a pretty big reservoir. There's a lot of kayaking. You know, last year I kayaked out to the island. That's an island out there. And I thought, okay, I'll just paddle out to that island. And like a half hour later, I think I was only halfway. I was like, ooh, that's a long way.
Are these the tent sites?
There's tent sites over in there. Actually, they're just what they call primitive sites. There's no electric or anything to them. But this area you can see all the way over to the other side, and a lot of times the Boy Scouts will go in there because it's kind of a big group camp area. But if you do primitive camping, you could just take any one of these sites. They're nice. I think some of them even have special tent pads for a tent to set up on. This is a back loop. Actually, when you enter the campground, you have to come this way. It's a one-way. It goes all the way around. You can barely see the playground over there, and then it goes down to where we are at the very first site. And then there's another loop off here to the left we'll take you on, where there used to be camping. And actually there was campsites like here, right here, but they did a study, a natural resource study, and everything on this side of this road is all like a protected natural resource wetland area. So I guess by state law they couldn't even have the campsites on that particular site of property, so those were all removed. But now we'll go off on this loop to the left, and the loop is still there, but the campsites are gone, and it makes a nice little walk. Just a nice little loop trail, I guess.
Well, we've seen lots of people come with their dogs here and take walks. They're not camping, just walking their dog.
Yeah, a lot of people like to walk this. I mean, look, we're basically walking down a road with very little traffic. Now, there's a lot of traffic that comes through here. They're not campers. They're just curiosity seekers.
I think they go down by the reservoir.
Some of them fish. Some of them throw kayaks in. Some of them are just curiosity seekers.
Or checking out campgrounds.
Yeah. Oh, we do that.
Yep.
We'll drive through campgrounds just to see what they look like, and we're not registered campers.
But you never know if you want to camp there.
Right. And we're back to the Hemi, but we're not going there. We're going this way. Past the gatehouse, we're going to take a left, and we're going to go up by the lake again. See, this whole campground, I said before, is on a big peninsula, so we're surrounded all the way around pretty much with water, except for the drive in and out there. Nobody at the camp office during the week. It's just deserted. But there is somebody there on the weekend. Nobody since we've been here, anyway. And now heading back west, we just came from the gatehouse there. We got the parking lot. We'll show you there's a picnic shelter over here on the right and some fishing areas. A little windy up here, nice little breeze, and it's a beautiful day. It's just cool enough that we're not sweating hot, but nice. And you get the lake. This is the north end of the lake up here. Up here at the end of the lot, this utility trail goes out onto the levee, so we're going to take you out there.
There's your kayak
Parking
launch.
lot back here. And they got a little canoe and kayak launch right here, so you could unload right here at the parking lot.
Oh,
And,
look at the mama duck with her babies.
oh yeah,
How cute.
you got some ducklings out there
Just bobbing along.
bobbing along on the waves. I don't know if you recognize this stuff. There's a whole tree of it though. That's poison ivy. You scrape that on your forehead.
Yikes.
And see, it's already going to seed, so the birds will eat those berries and sprinkle seeds all over the place, and more poison ivy will proliferate all through the park. You walk out along this dike, and it's kind of a long hike out to the end, but got some nice lake views. You got water on both sides. It's really pretty, and it's not bad for a trail, but of course you have to return on the same trail, which is we got to go back that way, which is not a problem either. Now we've walked all the way up this corridor, and so far we're well over a mile from the time we left the Hemi, and it kind of comes to an intersection here. If you go straight, it goes to this transmission tower, which just is right there, and you make a left, it goes down this way. There is a nest up there, right in the middle of the tower.
Sitting there. Is it an eagle?
There is a nest. Well, today we brought binoculars, so we can try to see.
See the bird on the 1, 2, 3 up.
I see a bird right there. Let me see if I can figure out where it is.
It's below the nest, 3 rungs.
I see it. It might be an eagle.
It's got a white head.
We'll walk up to the end here, and then we turn around and go back. We should probably get close to 2 miles in on this walk.
Not bad for somebody with lung cancer.
Not bad. We're back.
Oh, you probably want to know what we did.
What was your total mileage, my dear?
2.6.
Wow.
2.6 miles.
Over 2.5 miles. Just walking the loops here. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad exercise for
No.
an afternoon.
And it could have been further. There's much more to explore here
Yeah.
than just the loop that we did.
Yeah.
There's a lot more. We haven't gone that way. I don't even know what's down
Oh, there's
there.
another trail up off, if you go all the way up the road, there's another paved trail. It goes all the way around the other side of the reservoir. It goes all the way down South Main Street. Rides along the top of the dam, so to say, or levee or whatever it is. So we haven't even walked that yet.
6,700 steps. I know that's not a lot. A lot of people do more than that, but there's our loop.
There you go. Nice job. Not too bad for a girl that's been through what she's been through.
Hell and back.
Yeah. Well, it's an end to a lovely camping week.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of fun.
I hate for it to end.
It started out rainy and crappy, and it turned into a gem. And to make things even better, we're going to check out a nice little sunset here tonight. Watch the sun go down behind the trees.